Good day everyone, I'm Remember Jipon from BPED 1B. This is my instructional video answering the question that provided by Sir Coco. Let's proceed. So, first question, during the beginning of exercise, what are some of the acute responses of the cardiovascular, pulmonary, muscular, and endocrine system of the body? In cardiovascular, immediately during the start of exercise, the cardiac output increased because of an increase in stroke volume and heart rate. Cardiac output is the amount of blood pumped in liters per minute and is the product of stroke volume and heart rate. Obviously, the heart rate increased during exercise, but most people don't realize that it actually starts to pick up right before the start of exercise as a reflex. During exercise, there is vasodilation in the active muscles, meaning the blood vessels leading to and in the active muscles delay to allow more blood to come through, more oxygen to be transported. At the same time, there is vasoconstriction in the other organ system as a mechanism of prioritization. Also in pulmonary, respiration also increased during beginning of exercise, obviously to meet the new oxygen demand. Specifically, there are significant increases in the amount of oxygen delivered to the tissues. Carbon dioxide return to the lungs and minute ventilation, which the volume of air breathed per minute. Minute ventilation increases through an increase in breathing frequently and tidal volume, which is the amount of air inhaled per breath. Essentially, this means that you breathe deeper and faster during exercise. In summary, exercise increases the muscles' demand of energy. To meet this demand, our body system needs to undergo rapid changes to deliver the required fuel and oxygen. The rate of change is directly proportionate to the intensity and the duration of the exercise relevant to each person. So it is important to note that these changes are normal. As you continue exercise day in, day out, you will get to know the typical changes of your body and when they begin during exercise routine. Any large changes in this may cause of illness or excess stress on the body. Second question, how does a regular exercise program result in chronic adaptation to the cardiovascular, pulmonary, muscular, and endocrine system of the body? So in cardiovascular, it increases our stroke volume and cardiac output and decreases in heart rate at the same absolute workload. Why this decreases our heart rate? It's because we have already obtained adaptation on the exercise. How about in pulmonary? Pulmonary system improve our air movement into and out of the lungs and increases blood flow through the lungs at the same absolute workload, because we are talking here the adaptation. How about the muscular system? Increases energy production from fat and decreases lactic acid formation at the same absolute workload. And the last one is the endocrine system. Decreased release of epinephrine and norepinephrine at the same absolute workload. And the last question, why do athletes and coaches need to be knowledgeable about the acute responses and chronic adaptation to endurance exercise and resistance exercise training? Okay, so it is important to be knowledgeable, especially the coaches, because they are the one who train their athletes. Also the athletes, to avoid some unwanted pain or illness into our body system. According to the sportjournal.org, the coach's profession is ever changing, and coaches at each level of sports competition need to know more than just the XS and OS in order to be successful. As a primary individuals tasked with developing athletes and helping them achieve their goals, coaches should acquire a working knowledge of all areas affiliated with performance enhancement. So that's all, and thank you.